Hey guys, I'm here with my payback predictions. The pay per view is going to be starting. I guess the pre-show will be starting around an hour from now. So basically, it's kind of weird with WWE having a pay per view like a week after SummerSlam. I don't know who decided on that pay per view schedule. It's kind of weird because how are you going to really build new matches? Because I expected you would probably get rematches from SummerSlam. So let's just go, Bailey and Sasha Banks versus Shayna Blazer and Nia Jax. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Bailey and Sasha Banks are gonna drop the titles. I just think that you're still gonna have like that. The hint towards them breaking up. There might be kind of like a disagreement, but I think they're gonna retain. And I don't think it's a smart move for them to drop the titles. I think you want to keep this going on for another couple of months and then really start like the breakup, in January, February. And at one of your matches for WrestleMania would probably be Bailey and Sasha for the SmackDown Women's Title. Apollo Crews versus Lashley. I feel like Apollo Crews has been feuding with MVP and his group for a very long time. So hopefully this is like the last match, and Apollo Crews can move on to another challenge. I mean, they could give the title to Bobby Lashley. I just feel like Bobby Lashley, since he's been with WWE or since he came back, I mean, he's definitely like hasn't lived up to it. Maybe it's because of poor booking. I know that he's not the best like with promos. I feel like he was just better in TNA or Impact. I just felt like the way they built him in Impact, he was almost like almost like a can compare him to like Brock Lesnar. WWE is just like is just not working. I mean, wasn't getting the reaction from the crowd when there was a crowd. I would keep the title on Apollo Crews. It's really helping him. The title's really helping elevate Apollo Crews. Um, the Fiend. I'm not going in any order, just from what's on Wikipedia. The Fiend versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. I guess we're finally getting a heel Roman Reigns. I don't know if it's too late, but if you saw SmackDown, it looks like he's aligned with Paul Heyman. Something different. They really need to do something different in WWE. I feel like they've been going down like this like safe route. So something different. Uh, I assume like I think Bray Wyatt will somehow win the match by pinning Braun Strowman, so that way Roman Reigns doesn't actually lose the match, and then they could do like the Fiend versus Roman, or they could do like Roman pinning Braun Strowman to win the title. They could do it that way, but I don't see Braun Strowman winning this match at all. I think it's either going to be the Fiend or Roman Reigns. I hear like the Fiend's now going to be a baby face, the top baby face on SmackDown, and Roman Reigns will be one of the top heels. There's also like a rumor that Roman Reigns might be moved to Raw, and he could feud with Drew McIntyre. So it's a lot of things. I guess this is an important match. We'll see what direction they're going to be going on. Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. This match came coming out of nowhere really. Keith Lee just a week, 2 weeks ago, losing the NXT Heavyweight title to Cross. Now he's on Raw. People complaining that his music has changed and he's a different outfit, with the shorts. Kind of like with the shorts, like people comparing it to like Brock Lesnar. Even like Kevin Owens wearing the shorts. We'll see what happens with that. Keith Lee, I mean, good move for Raw. I mean, they definitely need Raw. Really needs like top baby faces, and Keith Lee, can be that guy. And I know Randy Orton. They're building. I mean, I don't know like with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. I don't think that feud's over. So I'm assuming. I don't know. You put Randy Orton over, and then he goes on to Drew McIntyre. We have to see on that. And then the rematch from Raw, you got Dominic Mysterio teaming up with his dad, Rey Mysterio, against Seth Rollins and Murphy. I'm surprised they had that on Raw. I thought, like after watching like SummerSlam, I was like saying a week from now they'll probably do like a tag team match or something on Payback. So it'll be interesting. I've always said this before. I always thought that like Dominic would turn on Rey Mysterio, on his father, and join Seth Rollins as something like maybe this is like I'm just thinking stupid things, but like I thought that would happen. I don't think that's the case, but it would have been interesting. Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. This feud's been going on for a while, so I think Corbin had like a problem because he didn't want to have this match really early on because he don't want to put over Riddle so fast. Uh, but Corbin's got to realize his position in the company right now as one of the heels that probably have to put over like whatever top baby faces that they're bringing up, kind of having that the Dolph Ziggler role. Big E versus Sheamus. Big E is finally going to get that solo push, hopefully. I could see him definitely. I mean, he's a former Intercontinental Champion, so they could definitely he could definitely be put into that. Again, like people were complaining like some of the comedy that Big E's, but I think there could be like a storyline that they could think of that makes him more serious and makes him more change him a little bit, I guess. Uh, Kickoff show, I think Riot Squad versus so it's like Ruby Riot and Liv Morgan versus the Iconics. Glad they put the Riot Squad back together. I don't know why they broke them up in the first place, because you really need like the women's division, tag division. The tag division's like there's not really anybody, so I don't know why they wanted to break them apart. They could definitely the Riot Squad. I mean, couple of wins. I mean, I like the Iconics too. I mean, it could go either way. I think the Riot Squad would win just because they're baby faces, and then they can have like a match with like Bailey or Bailey and Sasha on like Raw, upcoming Raw or something. You can even do it tomorrow on Raw. I think that's all the matches really. So you got like one for the kickoff, and then 7 for the actual pay per view. Again, it's not like this is not like a major pay per view or anything like that. It's I think it's just like a filler pay per view, but you do have a strong main event with that triple threat match. I think everybody's excited to see Roman Reigns back and see like how he's going to interact with especially if Paul Heyman's going to be in his corner. So that is going to be that's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to play out in that match. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.